Hi there, this is Navneet and welcome to my channel Navneet Technical. In the last video we saw what is JSX, and coming to this video we are going to see what are JSX attributes. So without any delay, let's start. First of all, open your VS Code in the first React app which we have created a few videos back. So I already opened my VS Code and you can see over here this is the previous code which we have written in the previous video. So the first thing you have to do is just start your React server, that is just press Ctrl J or Ctrl tilde which is below escape key, and a terminal will pop up, and just type in npm start and click enter. See over here, you can see in my case it is already my server, that is my React app is already up and running. So now coming to the topic, what are JSX attributes? So same as HTML, JSX also allows us to use attributes, like for example src and alt attributes for an image tag, and a href attribute for an anchor tag, and a class attribute for giving class names for an element in HTML, so that we can perform some tasks like styling on that particular element with that particular class name. So if you are not familiar about HTML attributes, you can just go to Google and search that and then come to this video. Now coming to the topic, in the same way how HTML has its attributes, JSX also allows us to use attributes. But the difference is we have to follow certain rules, not rules, but there are some differences from HTML attributes to JSX attributes. The first one is we should use class name instead of class attribute, and the second one is, and the reason for this is class is already reserved keyword in JavaScript, right? So that's why we will use class name instead of class attribute. And the second one is all the JSX attributes use camel case naming convention. And coming to the third one, JSX attribute values can either be strings written inside the quotes, or we can use variables or JavaScript expressions. So let us see all these concepts one by one. See over here we have a h1 element, two h1 elements, and a p and a anchor tag, right? So I'll just remove all these and I'll just keep only one h1. Right now we will see the first attribute we are going to see is a class name. First of all, let me open my server and let me show to you actually what is going on in my server. See over here, I'll just close my sidebar and the shortcut for is Ctrl B, and I'll just press Ctrl Z. See over here my server is up and running, and we have a h1 over here with a picture and another h1 with a photo, and you can see over here school value 4. Okay, now I'll just clear all this and I'll just keep the h1, or just press Ctrl S save in order to observe the output in the browser, and once refresh it, see now we have only one picture, right? Now we are going to use the attribute class name. Now how to use it? Actually, what is the need of it? So here we have a picture that is a black color. Now somehow I just want to change its color, or I just want to give some sort of styles to that value that is a picture. Now in order to do that, we can use a class name attribute, that is come to here and just enter spacebar and just type in class name equal to I just want to give a class name as background. Okay, now press Ctrl S save. Now I just want to change the color of it, that is I want to just make it any of the color other than black, and I just want to provide a background color as well. So in order to do that, we use CSS, right? Now we do have a CSS file, that is index.css in our case. Now just get into that and clear all these by pressing Ctrl and backspace. We have index.js over here and we give the class name as background, right? So in order to give a style that is to a particular element and named a particular class name, we use dot, right? So we use dot in order to access the element with class name. So if you're not familiar about HTML and CSS, just once go to HTML and CSS and then come to React, okay? So dot and the class name is background, right? So background, and what I want to do is I just want to change the color of it. So just type in color and I just want to make it as red, and I just want to provide the background as well. I just want to change the color also. So the background color I want to give is say green. Now just press Ctrl S, save, and once refresh your browser. Oh, actually nothing happened. Okay. The reason behind is, see, we have given the styles in the index.css, but we are not importing it, right? So in order to import any CSS file, not only index but also any CSS file, let us say you have named it as style.css, or let us say you have named it as react.css. So in order to import any CSS file in React, what we have to do is just type in import and space, and just press this single quotes or double quotes, anything, and just press dot slash. Why this dot slash means, see, once look at the folder structure, we are present in the src folder, right? Now our index.css is also present in the same folder. So in order to access a file in the same folder, we use dot slash, right? So dot slash and the name of that file, that is here index, right? Index.css. See, if it is react.css, just type in react.css or anything like that, and just press Ctrl S, save. Once do refresh your browser. It is taking time. Let us see once what is going on in our console. It is compiling. Actually, it won't take much time. Yeah, it is successfully compiled. Now you can see over here our styles are being applied. That is, the background is changed to green and the color of the picture is changed to red. See, that is what we provided here, right? The color of the picture should be red and the background color should be green. So that is how we use class name attribute, right? Now see here, we are providing a hard coded string value, that is background. See, we are providing in quotes, right? So that is, now we saw how to use JSX attribute value as a string in hard coded, that is given in double quotes, right? See, we have this background in double quotes and this is a hard coded string. Now what if you want to use some variable, right? So in order to do that, what I'll do is I'll just come over here outside of the element and I'll just declare a variable const bg equal to, and I'll name it as same background, okay? So background, okay, BACK Java, okay. Now we know that in order to write a JavaScript inside JSX, we use curly braces, right? Now the variable we want to use it bg, right? So just type in curly braces and just type in bg. Now just press Ctrl S, save, and once refresh your browser, see, we are getting the same result, right? See, we did not change anything, right? See, we gave the same value to the bg background, so that is why the result is not being changed. But this is how we use variables as a JSX attribute value, that is in curly braces we provide that variable name. Okay, now what if you want to give a class name conditionally? Say now you ask the user to enter a number, right? And if the number is even, you want to change the background to green, otherwise red, okay? So now how to apply the classes, that is the CSS, it may be styles conditionally. So in order to do that, we will use ternary operator. So what the ternary operator does is, let us first discuss the syntax of it, okay? I think you are familiar about the ternary operator, right? So first we will write the condition, and we will specify a question mark, and here some sort of statement, right? So statement, some sort of statement, and a colon, and next statement, right? So this is how ternary operator looks like, right? We will provide a condition over here, that is a condition, it may be anything, condition, and if that is true, this particular statement will be executed, that is a statement 1 in our case, and if that is false, this particular statement will be executed, that is 2. I think you got and you are familiar about the syntax. Okay, now in our case what we want to do, we want to allow the user to give a number as input, and we want to check whether that is even or not. If it is even, we want to change the background to green and red otherwise. So in our case the condition will be number, let us say it is a number, and modulus 2 equal to 0. That is we are asking the user to give a number as an input. Let us say that number, okay, that variable name is number, and if it is, if the remainder is 0 when it is divided by 2, it will be even number, right? So that is how we check the condition, and if that is the case, I just want to apply the class name as green. Otherwise, I'm sorry, it will be question mark over here. Otherwise, I just want to give the class as red. See, that is what we want, right? If the number is even, we provide the class name as green. If not, we will provide the class name as red. And what we will do is, inside the index.css, we will declare that two class names, that is class red, inside which we will give background color as red, and we will just copy paste this. So just press Ctrl C and Ctrl V, and what I will do is I will name it as green, and the background color I want is green, right? I'm sorry, I'll just clear this, green. Okay, now just I don't want this background anymore. I'll just clear it and just press Ctrl S, save. Now in order to specify this condition, this is a JavaScript, right? So what I'll do is, instead of this bg, I'll provide here. See, it is JavaScript, right? So we will write it in the curly braces. But here now you can see over here the number is that means a red line is under the number, so that is indicating that that particular one is not defined. So we want that number to be entered by the user, right? So in JavaScript we have a method called prompt. So let me first write and then explain. So const number equal to prompt, here you can see prompt of enter a number. Okay, now the number, now this I no need this bg anymore. Okay, now what we are doing is, see, with the const number equal to prompt of enter a number means whenever you open that particular browser, I mean in our case localhost 3000, a box will be prompted so that we can give input values from there. If you are familiar with JavaScript, you will definitely be familiar about this prompt. And so the number, and it will also return a value, right, or what you are entering in that prompt in input. Okay, it will return that value, and we are using that return value here. See, if it is, that is, if by when you divide it by 2, that particular number entered by the user, and if the remainder is 0, we are providing the class name as green. And what it will do when the class name is green, see here, we are changing the background to green color. And else, if that is not the case, that is, if not, that is not the even number, so we are providing red as a class name. So what it will do, it will check for the red in this CSS file, and the background will change to red. Now just press Ctrl S, save, and let us see in action. Okay, I'll just somewhat increase this. Okay, or just see, you we can't see the code completely, and we have to scroll horizontally, right? So in order to escape from this, just press Ctrl Shift P, and just you can find this toggle word wrap by typing in this input, and just click enter. So what it will do is it will show all the code in the given specified width. Okay, now just once refresh your browser. See, it is asking for a prompt that enter a number. So the number I will enter is let us say 4, which is an even number. So our picture background should be green, right? As it is even number. So click OK. See, we got the color as a green as a background. So that is what we wanted, right? If the entire number is even, our background should change to green. But if not, what will happen? Let us see. Now once again refresh your browser, and now I will enter it as 7. So it is odd number, right? So our background should be not green, red. I'll just press Ctrl OK. Now you can see. So our background is changed to red. So that is because, see, that is because of this condition. Okay. Now we are changing, that is we are giving the styles to this particular h1 element based on a condition. Which condition? This condition. And where this from where we are getting this number means we are getting the from that prompt. And what we are doing means we are checking the condition here. If this is true, apply this green class. And what that green class will do, see here you can see that green class means background color will be green. If not, give the class name as red. And what this red is doing in, see here it is changing the background as red. So that is how we conditionally select the class name by using the ternary operator. And as it is JavaScript, we are just specifying it in the curly braces. So that's it for this video, guys. I think you understood the concept, and if you have, and if you find any kind of value from this, please do share with your friends or with any of your classmates who want to learn React. See, in this video we saw a class name attribute and what are the different types of JSX attribute values. That is, first we saw how to give as a string as a JSX attribute value. Next we saw how to give variables as a JSX attribute value, and we also saw how to apply CSS classes that conditionally. So thanks for watching, guys. Do subscribe for further updates. Let us see in the next video.